Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, the time has finally came, right? They have finally decided to release the video of the unaliving of Austin Metcalf, right? The Karmelo Anthony's track event, after a whole year and a half, after almost going on 2 weeks after the trial, they decided to release the video. And very ironically, they chose to release the video on Juneteenth, right? Juneteenth. Right? They couldn't wait to release it today. They couldn't wait to release it on Monday. They deliberately chose to release this video on Juneteenth. Right? Which is really like a slap in the face, but it's cool. And what this video is going to show the family, that this was a clear case of self-defense. Even though this is a grainy video, I'm pretty sure they did something to this video. It's very edited, and you really can't see as much under the tent, but we can still see that Karmelo Anthony was assaulted by multiple people. We can see that under the tent, but what the white power structure is showing us by releasing this video on June 10th is like, yeah, right? This is supposed to be the day of foundational Black Americans' freedom, and they just going to show you that they got the power. That's basically what they is. Yeah, y'all sitting around celebrating y'all freedom or whatever. So we gonna drop a bombshell on y'all day to try to ruin y'all day, to show y'all, even though we railroaded Karmelo Anthony and we did it swiftly without even showing you the video, because this bullshit video that they released, they could have been dropped this video. What was the holdup? Why was the district attorney signing off and rejecting people from seeing this grainy video before the trial and after the trial? Because I told you guys, I wouldn't be surprised if this video was doctored, edited. You can tell. But we still going to break it down. We still going to, cover this video, because it clearly show Karmelo Anthony was defending himself from 4 goons, right? Because they going around talking about Karmelo came to this track meet with the intent to harm Karmelo, right? He got charged with first-degree murder, not manslaughter, first-degree murder, right? Karmelo came there and he had psychic powers. He knew that these degenerate Austin Metcalf was going to assault him, and he was planning to unalive him. That makes perfect sense to YT America. Karmelo had psychic abilities to know that he was coming to this track meet to get assaulted. But while you guys coming on in, make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member to support what we got going on over here, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified whenever we go live. Family, let's get into the video. All right, this video is 15 minutes long, and let's see the monster Karmelo Anthony that had the intent, premeditated intent, to unalive Karmelo Anthony. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to God True. Shout out to Exquisite. Mel. Right. We finna cook up. Yeah, Eddie definitely set him up. Eddie definitely set him up for sure. But we finna cook up, family. Don't worry. We finna break this down because, you know, over there in white supremacist land, they still coping with the fact that Karmelo came to this event. He was under a tent. And if you guys just pay attention to this view right here, I want you guys to, before I start this video, pay attention to this view. How many tents do you see out there? For all the people say, oh, he should have went to another tent. I see people sitting down with umbrellas. I see people trying to run away to get out the rain. Empty bleachers. So this had to be before the event. But I only see one tent here, right? Karmelo had no business being under that tent. Okay. Shout out to the Tory Experience. What's up, love? What's up, love? I hope they sue the school district, police department, the county, and the attorney. Absolutely. Shout out to Kimberly. Shout out to Elevated On Up. Oh, we about to cook, family. We about to cook. We about to cook up. Right? We about to cook up. Right, they tried to rain on our parade yesterday while we were celebrating Juneteenth, right, with this slap in our face, just showing us, right, that they still have the authority, right? They still hold the supremacies, but it's fine. It's cool. But before I play this video, I just want to show you guys this view right here. There is one tent out there, and I wouldn't even really just call this a tent. I wouldn't even just call this a tent. I call this an umbrella. It's just an umbrella, just like the rest of this. But let's get into it, fam. Let's get into the video. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, become a channel member, support what we got going over here. Let's get to work. So this video is 15 minutes. As you can see, you have people trying to get out of the rain. All right. So as you guys looking at right now, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gentlemen that's walking up, which is Austin Metcalf and his brother and 3 other bullies. Right? They are under the tent coming inside of the track event. And they are headed to confront Karmelo Anthony. And I want you guys to understand this. We are going to break this down piece by piece. So if you don't have the patience, just leave the live, right? I don't care nothing about, oh, he keeps stopping the video. We is about to break this video down piece by piece, right? And I don't know if you guys remember, Jeff Metcalf said that Austin was there the same time Karmelo was there. As you guys can see, you see Austin Metcalf is walking up to the tent where Karmelo Anthony is already present. So that lie is debunked, right? His father got on a news network and said that Austin was there. He turned around and said something to Karmelo. That's a lie. Look at Austin right now. This is Austin Metcalf on his way to his demise. He's running. As you can see, the raindrops that's coming down in the surveillance is very clear. You guys can see the raindrops. So obviously it was raining. You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 individuals on their way to the tent. And this debunked Jeff Metcalf's lie about Austin already being there in the tent. Okay? So as you guys can see from this point of view, nobody is in the bleachers. Why is that, family? Why is it no one in the bleachers? Because it's raining. Everybody is running to take cover. You see people with umbrellas. You see everybody trying to get under this tent. And it's really like I said, this is a very small tent. This looks like a 3x7. Karmelo is already under the tent. But he's really behind the tent. He's really not under the tent, like in the middle where the rest of the school at. The teammates or whoever is under the tent. We really don't know if it was just, athletes under the tent. It could be parents. It could be anybody. But Karmelo is in the far back. But let's continue to watch these animals approach Karmelo Anthony. Okay? So we see Austin climbing up the bleachers. So he had to climb up the bleachers to get to Karmelo. As you can see, guys, let me zoom in. I need to zoom in this. I need to zoom in. I need this to be I really need you guys to pay attention to this. Okay. What does look like under this tent, guys? What do this look like? You see about 5 bodies hovering over Karmelo. You see Austin Metcalf right here to the left-hand side of the tent. And you see these goons surrounding Karmelo Anthony, right? Do this look like provoking? Do this look like Karmelo came under this tent to provoke Austin when Austin had to walk? Him and his teammates had to walk over here to Karmelo. Let's keep going. And also, guys, look at people that's walking on the field with umbrellas because it is raining. People are not sitting in the bleachers. People are taking cover. I hate that I have to even explain this. It's really stupid. But, you know, for the low IQ individuals, you see somebody walking across the screen with an umbrella. Nobody's sitting in the bleachers. Everybody's taking cover. So it's very common sense of Karmelo to go sit somewhere so he won't get rained on. But let's continue. And I want you guys to see all of the bodies that's hovering over Karmelo Anthony. You see people walking by the tent with umbrellas, right? Going to take cover. But I want to zoom in a little bit more. And I hate that this video is so grainy. And I know that they have the power. They have the power to, you know, make this video be more clear, but they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. But let's get into it, family. Let's cook up. Because what they want you to believe that Karmelo Anthony premeditated this. He was already under the tent, but they want you to believe that he premeditated this, right? He's still under the tent. Nothing is going on. And before Austin came to the tent, you had parents walking past. You have coaches on the field. You had athletes already under the tent. There was nothing going on, family. Nobody was confronting Karmelo. Nobody had an issue with Karmelo sitting down under the tent because it was fucking raining. It's not a big deal. But the anti-black racists that Austin and his brother have, something compelled them. Well, the racism inside of them compelled them to walk into the stadium, which they wasn't supposed to be there because they were suspended. But YT America is running around believing that Karmelo Anthony was suspended. You see people on the field with their umbrellas. You see the stands is empty. No other tents. You see people on the right-hand corner walking around with umbrellas. It was raining. But white America confused. They refused to acknowledge that fact because they would rather Karmelo Anthony sit in the bleachers and get rained on. Let's get it. Let's see what this vicious thug was doing, sitting down, minding his business. Because I showed you guys from the point where Austin Metcalf and his goons walked up in the tent. And they right now sitting in the tent right now, where Karmelo Anthony was already there minding his business, talking to Eddie. People are actually walking out of the stadium. As you guys can see in the middle, you have people walking off the bleachers to get out of the rain. Nobody said nothing to nobody. It was just a track meet. These guys are still under the tent. I'm assuming words are being exchanged. And I know 100% fact, family, that they can zoom in on this video and make it clear. They choosing not to do this. They are literally choosing not to do, because what do this video do for us? Well, it shows us that Karmelo Anthony was already under the tent. And it also shows us that Karmelo Anthony was defending himself. Yes, the camera followed Austin and his goons on the way into the stadium. Let me fast forward. Let me go to the action. Let me find the action, because as you guys can see, it's minutes. Okay, there's Karmelo. Okay, let me go back. Okay, there we go. So as you can see, he's literally being surrounded. Everybody on YouTube and social media world and these low IQ Neanderthals, he wasn't surrounded. It was just a light push. And I really want you guys to pay attention to this. This is how you know they are hovering over Karmelo. You can see their heads touching the tent. You can literally see it. Okay, one guy got up out of there. And it's another thing. All those witnesses, everybody see what's going on. Everybody see the hostility of what's going on and the confrontation of what's going on, because Austin brought this confrontation to this tent. Everybody was sitting down, minding their business, getting ready for the track meet. Nobody was arguing. Nobody was fighting. It was nothing going on until the Metcalf brothers brought their ass over here to this tent. And now all the attention is on them. You can see how everybody is turning their body towards the altercation. Okay, you can see it looks like Austin punched him. Right? It looked like he punched him. Okay, you see them getting up. You see, okay, now you see Karmelo coming from above the tent, which means he really wasn't in the tent. If he can get up in one step and he's out of the tent, which means that he's barely even in the tent. He just sitting down near the tent and talking to Eddie inside the tent. But Austin Metcalf had to come bring drama, him and his goons, and surround him and threaten him and put hands on him, right? Because they planned to do this. Because Austin didn't come. I guarantee you, all those people that was under that tent, they got cell phone footage. No one told Austin Metcalf, hey, bro, just relax, bro. It's cool. It's raining. We see people walking around with umbrellas. We see everybody getting up. The bleachers are empty. Why this degenerate Neanderthal racist Austin Metcalf couldn't see a athlete sitting down and say, oh, it's cool. It's raining. The track meet haven't even started yet. He brought trouble to this tent. Let's keep going. Look at Karmelo Anthony. He's running. He's getting out of Dodge. He is being chased. You finna see them chased him, right? He's being chased after the altercation. And he's going to run straight to an adult. He's going to run straight to a coach. And you guys gotta ask yourself this question. If it took Karmelo less than 30 seconds, if it took Karmelo, because Karmelo walking with the coach right now, if it took Carmelo Anthony less than 30 seconds to go to a coach, why didn't Austin Metcalf go get the coach? If Carmelo being under this tent, because now they running with the narrative that it's a rival team. I'm hearing a bunch of people talking about you don't sit under a route, like they wordplay. They playing on words when it comes to this case. And the thing is, if it took Carmelo less than 30 seconds to go get an adult, why didn't Austin go get an adult? Why didn't he go get his coach? Why he didn't go get security? Because the plan the whole time was to go and assault Carmelo Anthony. It was a setup. Eddie told him that Carmelo, allegedly, that he was under the tent and they went there to cause trouble. Because coaches are on the field. They're walking around. Adults is around. Why this low IQ Neanderthal didn't go get an adult? Because he didn't give a damn about that. Because he had the intent to harm Carmelo Anthony. He had the intent to jump Carmelo Anthony. He wasn't there asking him peacefully, Carmelo, can you please leave our tent? You really hurt my feelings. I don't feel comfortable with you sitting under the tent. No, Austin Metcalf came there to start trouble. As we can see, Carmelo is walking back. He's walking back and forth. There go the coach, embrace him. He's jumping up and down because he's furious. Now the coach is hugging him, which the coach testified in court that they was hugging each other. They was embracing each other. Do this look like a murderer, guys? Do this look like a young man that came to an event to hurt somebody? Because that's what they trying to paint our brother Carmelo Anthony to be. That he's here to harm somebody. He's here to unalive Austin Metcalf. He have magical powers. He sat under that tent because he was looking for trouble. That's what they want you to believe. As everybody is running, they running away. The coach grabbing Carmelo Anthony. They walking back towards the tent. He's embracing Carmelo Anthony. As you guys see, and another thing, as you guys can see, all of these adults on the track, they are standing around. You have multiple adults coming out of nowhere, which means that they were somewhere close. So if Austin would have kept his hands to himself, he would have still been here. If Austin was raised right, but he was raised by a racist. If Austin was brought up right by his parents, he would have went and got an adult and not physically assault somebody, try to remove somebody. So the coach is still hugging Carmelo Anthony, embracing him, walking him out. Look at all these adults around. I'm looking at all these adults, all these coaches that Austin could have went to. That's how you know this is not about a tent, y'all. These people really think we dumb. They really believe that Austin was just so upset that Carmelo was sitting under a tent. That's right. They said if Carmelo was a murderer, he wouldn't have told an adult. Exactly. But the thing is, these people are harping on the fact that Carmelo ran away. What y'all want him to do? Just sit there? He went and got an adult. The same thing that Austin Metcalf would have did. But we know, family, we're not stupid. We know what this is. Carmelo didn't give a damn about, Austin didn't give a damn about Carmelo Anthony sitting under the tent. His evilness and his racism and his hatred towards black people is the reason why he assaulted Karmelo Anthony. That is the reason why. So Karmelo is right now, getting pat down by police officers. But I just want to go to the front. I just want to harper on this point right here, family. This is Austin Metcalf and his goons walking into the stadium. Karmelo Anthony is already sitting down. Let's just harper on that moment. Let's just harper on that for a moment. Karmelo is already under the tent. So the lie that Jeff Metcalf said that Austin was already there, which is a lie. We see Austin right here walking in the stadium. They are literally walking in the stadium. So you mean to tell me that Karmelo had psychic powers that he knew that these 4 goons was on their way to assault him? Karmelo knew that Austin was an anti-black racist and that he got so much hate in his heart towards black people because he was raised by a racist that he was there looking to unalive Austin, because all Austin had to do was sit under that tent and mind his business. All Austin had to do was go get an adult, because there are plenty of adults around. Yes, Charlie, all of those kids lied. You know what? How we know they lied, Charlie? All of them start turning around looking at the altercation. You see him walking up the stands speaking to Karmelo Anthony. Karmelo Anthony ain't doing nothing. But here's the thing too, family. Why none of these other students under this tent try to physically remove Karmelo? There's coaches around. There's adults around. People standing around. People are standing around. And these guys literally surrounded him. And this how you know that Karmelo. I want to show you guys this. Right before Karmelo ran up out of there, right? Hold on just a second. Okay, right here. This is how you know Karmelo was barely under this little ass tent, bro. Look at this. The scuffle happened. He right there. Head pop out. Which means he really wasn't under the tent. Shout out to the Tory Experience for the $10 super chat. She said, it's simple. Keep your mother effing hands to yourself. Self-defense. Those Blanco devils can twist themselves into a pretzel all day. It won't change this being self-defense. Austin was a bully. And he got checkmate. Facts. Facts. 100% facts. These people made up lies. These people are still, even seeing this video, these people still like, look at that murderer. He came under that tent with that knife looking to unalive Austin. No, Austin actually put himself in that position. Austin came to this tent. He didn't come into the stadium and just sit down and just mind his business and mingle with his fellow students at his school. He came there to cause problems. Because if Austin would have just came into the stadium, sat down, he wasn't even supposed to be there, by the way, because he was suspended. But he came into the stadium instead of just sitting down, minding his business, not bothering anybody, but it's too good to be true because Austin he's a bully. He's a racist. So look at this point of view right here. Look at Karmelo popping out of this tent, which means he was at the back of the tent. Who said that he was even inside of the tent? Look how fast he got up out the tent. He couldn't even go down and walk out of the tent because he was being surrounded. So now he's running out of the tent right now. And they chasing him. All right, family. Now let's go to the body cam footage. I want to go to the body cam footage because how they trying to paint Karmelo Anthony to be like he came there with the intent to hurt this boy. Let's look at the body cam footage.
Don't reach for anything, all right, man? Stop right there for me.
So the police officer have Karmelo Anthony in custody right now. He's complying with the police officer.
Again, he's on the north end of the stadium. All right. Any weapons on you like that? I'll look here.
How long? He put his hands up. I know I'm not.
4-4, copy, I'll be in route.
Help me, y'all back up a little bit. Come over here for me. Come over here.
447,
I'm gonna put your handcuffs for now, okay, bud?
And it's kind of weird that this body cam footage say 2016, 210, 210, 2016. That's E. Cortez 2016, 210. That's weird.
Dispatch 443. Everybody can slow down. I got the alleged suspect in handcuffs right now, detained.
Everyone else can slow down. Suspect detained in handcuffs.
Hold on. You can open up the channel, and medics are clear to come in. Have them come to the northeast entrance. That's gonna be a gate that's wide open there, and then you come to the victim from there.
Received.
This is the alleged suspect. All right, bye.
Dispatch is 432.
Okay.
He said it's not alleged I did it, which he held himself accountable for. He told the police officer, it is not alleged I done it. Do this sound like a monster to you? Do this sound like somebody that held themselves accountable in the heat of the moment? He didn't hide it. He didn't run from it. He didn't lie. He said, it was me. It was not alleged. It was me. I done it. I take full accountability. But you got Jeff Metcalf, punk ass on the internet, talking about how Karmelo don't want to be held accountable. Black people don't want to hold Karmelo Anthony accountable. He held himself accountable. This 17-year-old child admitted to the police that I did it, officer. It's not alleged. I'm the one that did it. I take full responsibility for my actions. I defended myself from 6 goons that surrounded me when I was minding my goddamn business. Karmelo Anthony was there to run at this track meet. They came and bothered him. Look at this tent at the bottom, family. This tent is barely even covering the bleachers. Karmelo Anthony was at the back of the tent, which means he was giving the teammates that was under the tent enough respect to sit under their own tent. He was at the back of it. That's why his head popped up very quickly after the scuffle, and he ran up out the tent. He wasn't in the middle of it. He wasn't invading nobody's space. He wasn't in the way. Austin had enough room, him and his goons, to get under the tent and sit down and mind their damn business, but they couldn't. They couldn't mind their business. Karmelo wasn't in the way. He wasn't invading anybody's personal space. All of the people in the tent was looking at them, which means they had their cell phone devices out recording this incident. And all 21 of those children got on their stand and they lied. They lied. And y'all refused to hold Austin Metcalf accountable for his actions. You know what we did see in this video? We see Austin Metcalf come inside the stadium, walk towards the tent, go up under the tent, all 6 of his goons, all of them surrounding Karmelo, which means Karmelo Anthony wasn't even in their space. You got these raccoons like Judge Joe Brown in the YT community crying about a goddamn tent. Karmelo was literally in the back of the tent. He wasn't in nobody's space. He was talking to Eddie, bitch ass. So why was this such a problem to Austin? I have to ask you guys this question. And I have to ask white America this question. And the raccoons that's out here tap dancing against our brother Karmelo. I have to ask you guys this question. What was bothering Austin so bad that he had to confront Karmelo? Because as you guys saw in the surveillance, there was no other tents around. Everybody, these bleachers was empty. Nobody was out there. Why? Because it was raining. As we can see in the video, people walking around with their umbrellas, taking cover. People was walking outside of the stands. But what compelled Austin? Because he had room to sit under the tent. Karmelo wasn't in his way. Karmelo wasn't stopping him from doing whatever he was doing under the tent. He could have just sat down, mind his business, talked to his fellow classmates. But Austin took it upon himself to say, you know what? F that. I want to assault Carmelo Anthony. After Carmelo Anthony gave him a warning, do not put your hands on me, he did it anyway. And you low IQ individuals is saying that he provoked Austin. So Austin don't have the impulse control to control himself, to see someone from another school and say, hey, bro, yeah, you can sit over here under our tent until the rain go down or whatever like that. It's cool, bro. Have a seat. The event haven't started yet. Everybody's just walking around, getting prepared for it. Everybody's there minding their business. The only person that was here at this tent to be hostile was Austin. Austin brought the hostility to this damn tent because nobody was bothered by Karmelo. So why did those 21 witnesses that was on the stand and say, hey, Karmelo wasn't bothering us? It wasn't a big deal until Austin came into the stadium. It wasn't a problem until the Metcalf brothers and their goons came. We was there just sitting down, chilling, waiting for the rain to go away because they say in Texas it can rain heavily for a moment and then it can stop. So why all those other students under the tent wasn't bothered by Karmelo? But Austin came into the stadium, walked up under the tent, and somehow he's upset that Karmelo is sitting on the edge of the tent to the point where he have to assault Karmelo. And this is where y'all refuse to hold Austin accountable. Austin is the reason why he's no longer here. It's not Carmelo Anthony's fault. Carmelo Anthony was defending himself. He knew who Carmelo Anthony was. Carmelo Anthony is known in his district because how good of a football player he is. We are all exactly. Where was the hospitality? There was no type of hospitality from the Metcalf brothers. They are fucking devils. And the people that's defending this is diabolical. Hold on, let me fix my screen. Let me fix this real quick. Nothing was popping off, family. Let me just go back to that video. I just have to go back there real quick and then we're going to finish the body cam footage. I just want to go back to that. Okay, let's go right here. Let's start right here. Carmelo Anthony's already under the tent. The Metcalf brothers and his goon walk inside the stadium. Let's go. Here they go. They rushing over there, by the way. And it's funny they not even highlighting Austin right here in this video. There go Austin and Hunter and his goons because they got the word that Karmelo was sitting under the tent and no teachers was around by the tent. So they felt like, yeah, we got him now. We got him now. Because everybody else is just getting ready for the event. Everybody's getting ready for the event. So before Austin them, yeah, exactly, Charlie. They trying to paint them like they some noble citizens defending the righteous honor of this goddamn tent. Oh my God. Austin them, all they wanted to do was just defend the tent. This 3.5 feet tent. Right? They was just defending the tent. They was rivals. They was going to war with Iran. This is the NBA finals. But family, look at this. I stopped the video right here to specifically show you that there was no scuffling before Austin and his brother and his goon showed up. Nobody was confronting Karmelo. It seems like everybody was just sitting under the tent, minding their business, mingling, talking, enjoying everybody's company. There was no hostility at all. Karmelo wasn't causing any type of problem. These people probably didn't even recognize Karmelo Anthony even being there. But watch what happened when these goons show up. Okay, these goons show up. Now the energy change. So this is how you know that it was enough space for the Metcalf brothers and the other two goons that surrounded Karmelo. Look at the space in the tent. Look at all that space. You can literally just walk straight. Look, Austin just walked straight up. Karmelo wasn't even in the. This is how you know Karmelo wasn't really in the tent. Because Austin walked straight up into the bleacher, which means Karmelo was in the back end of the tent, probably wasn't even under the tent. He was just near the tent talking to Eddie. But that just wasn't enough for Austin. He didn't want to see a black boy around his tent, period, because he's a bully. He's a devil. He's a Neanderthal punk. And that's why he's no longer here. But I just want to guys to show you this. All of that space. And it's not even that many people in this tent. Look at it. He walked all the way up the tent. The rest of the goons walked up there too. Everybody walked. So everybody's under the tent. So let's fast forward. Because this right here is so important. This part right here is so important. And this look like it's some arguing going on right now. He's being surrounded by multiple people. And he come running up out of there. There was nothing going on before then. Let's go back to the body cam footage.
So nothing on your person at all?
No, sir.
Nothing?
No, sir.
Mind if I reach in your pockets and stuff and all that? Nothing gonna stab me now?
No, sir.
Okay.
I have
I'm going to be out with this,
everybody on my phone.
Freezing.
I'm gonna be a little personal there, okay? Just,
Yes, sir.
just to make sure.
My car's right there.
Okay.
You want me to get up now?
All right. The victim's gonna be underneath that tent over there, so I'll get medics.
analyzing.
Memorial tent over there, guys. All right.
He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me.
He said, I told him not to, and he put his hands on me. Do that sound like a murderer? Do this sound like somebody that came to an event with the intent to unalive someone? Or do this sound like a scared child that made a bad decision by defending himself, which is not a bad decision, but it just sounds like a child that felt like he made a bad decision? Do this sound like a guy that had the vengeance because he had a knife, right? Because this is what they running with on social media. Karmelo had a knife, which means that he came there looking to unalive somebody. We're talking about a young child that's crying because he felt like he did something wrong, but he had to defend himself. And he warned Austin, touch me again and see what happened. I'm giving you the opportunity to just leave me alone, bro. I'm giving you the opportunity to walk away. I'm not bothering you. I'm not doing anything to you. I'm sitting down behind a fucking tent, which we know this has nothing to do with a tent. But white America is coping with this. They is coping with a knife. They coping with this tent. This guy is literally crying because he didn't even want to hurt Austin. He didn't want to hurt Austin because he warned Austin, bro, touch me again and see what happened. And what Austin do?
What's happening right now? Victim is over here on the north end. They got staff standing to him right now. This is the alleged suspect. All right. Already? No. We searched them. Got nothing.
I don't know what happened.
He's not fighting with the police. He's not resisting arrest. He admitted to the crime. He held himself accountable. He wasn't running away from his actions. He's very respectful. Man, free Karmelo, bro. Free Karmelo. We are not going to stop. And guys, I'm telling you, this is the reason why they didn't release this video. And I don't know if you guys know this or not. Judge Roach is retiring. You know why? Because he is about to come down on Collin County. That's why Judge Roach is about to retire. This is why this trial was very quick, very secretive, very private, very fast, very quick. And you know how you know that this was a setup to railroad Karmelo Anthony? There's no court on Saturday. Judge Roach held court on a Saturday. And when you look up Collin County's hours of service, it's Monday through Friday. They don't have court on Saturday, but Judge Roach held court on Saturday. He wanted to hurry up and get this out the way. But they messed up. They messed up. And all eyes is targeting Collin County right now with this injustice of Karmelo Anthony. That's why Judge Roach, he wanted to retire before they disbarred him. He wanted to retire before they disbarred him. But what y'all fail to understand, right? Shout out to the Tory Experience again with the $2 super chat. She said, it was our tent. Looking ass motherfuckers. Those demons. Shout out to the Tory Experience. It was our tent. I'm top security tent of the world. I'm here to defend this tent with my honor. I'm top flight security of this tent. This is my tent. I am going to put my life on the line for this. Well, you did put your life on the line for this tent. My guy put his life on the line for a goddamn tent. You can't make this up. You are no longer here because you was upset that a black child was sitting down under the tent trying to take cover from the rain. White America, this don't do nothing but make y'all look more stupid than y'all already look right now defending this BS. This make y'all look so stupid.
In your pockets, anything like that? You good?
You're just wearing the one pair of pants?
I'm wearing some little under.
Well, yeah, but that is not
Like,
pocket these are your
no,
own
ma'am, I
pockets.
don't think so.
What's your name, man?
Carmelo Anthony, Karmelo.
Very respectful young man.
Raising.
Have a seat here real quick, man.
Very remorseful. Very sad.
Good here, buddy, okay?
He's
Tell you
traumatized.
what, lean this way so you're not resting on your hands, okay? All right, see a little bit of blood on your hands there, okay? All right.
402, I'm on scene.
So your first name is Karmelo?
Raising.
Who elevated on up said now Austin got a different tent.
I don't know yet, man. Karmelo, C-A-R-A.
K-A-R.
K-A-R.
Complying with the police officer. He's giving him his information. He's not hostile with the police.
A-N-T-H. O-N-Y. Where grade are you in?
I'm in 12th grade.
10th grade? You go to Emerson?
No, sir.
Where do you go? Centennial. Okay.
I'm in 12th grade.
12th grade? Okay. No, Centennial. All right, sit tight for me real quick, bud, all right?
Mind, free Karmelo, man. Free Karmelo. Now let's go to this line motherfucker right here. Let's go to this line motherfucker. So as we just reviewed the video, right? Which was a 15-minute video. And just to sum it on up before, and I just want you guys to let me know. Because right after this incident, Hunter did an interview. And I want you guys to tell me what Hunter said and what we just witnessed in this video. Do it match up? Do it match up? This lying fucker got our brother in prison for 35 years. And Judge Roach, I want to let you know, why you think you finna run off in the wind, you're not. You think you finna retire. I'm telling you, that's how you know the fix was in. They saying, look, we gonna set you up, Judge Roach. But we have to make sure that this guy doesn't get acquitted. We have to set Karmelo up, right? We have to railroad him, and then we'll set you up with a nice little pension, a nice payday, and then you can retire before it come crashing down on us. And that's what Judge Roach is doing right now. Judge Roach is retiring before he get disbarred, because he know that this wasn't a perfect setup like they trying to make it. This wasn't a perfect setup, Judge Roach. You and that DA and that prosecutor, oh, y'all fucked up. Y'all fucked up. But let's listen to this coward of a guy, Hunter, that loved his brother so much. He loved his brother so much to the point where he didn't even take the stand on the behalf of his brother, and he was right there under that goddamn tent. Hunter Metcalf was under the tent. He witnessed everything, but he did not take the stand. Because you know why? This video. The
kid was mad. My son is not here anymore, and I don't understand it.
She said the kid was mad and my son is not here anymore. Karmelo Anthony wasn't mad, ma'am. Karmelo Anthony was just sitting down at this tent minding his business until your degenerate racist sons approached him. Karmelo was just minding his business. Everybody in the tent was minding their business.
Just because the kid was mad, my son is not here anymore.
That's how they painted this. Because he was mad.
Understand it.
You don't understand it, huh? Your baby daddy is a racist. You probably are a racist too.
Just tell me about what happened today.
I don't know. I got a phone call from Hunter. He was screaming that Austin had been stabbed. I was at work, and so I drove. I work in Grapevine, so I drove up to the hospital straight away. I actually beat the ambulance there. Yeah, I saw them have him come out. He was on a lot of machines, and it didn't take long for them to come in to say that he had passed. So, not sure, senseless act of a boy that was in the wrong tent, and my son doing the right thing by telling that boy that he needed to be removed from where he was.
Do your son have the authority to remove another child from under the tent, Megan? Huh? You low IQ Neanderthal. Your son was not doing the right thing by putting his hand on Karmelo Anthony. Your son was not doing the right thing by trying to remove Karmelo Anthony. You want me to tell you the right thing that your boys should have done, Megan? Because I know you're a very stupid woman. What your son should have did was go get a coach. It took Karmelo less than 30 seconds to go find his coach. There was adults nearby. You know goddamn well, Megan. That's why you keep venturing off. You're not paying attention to the lady that's interviewing you. Your eyes are wandering off because you know your sons are demons. You know your sons are animals, Megan, and you can't even sleep well at night. You probably sleeping well at night because you know that sooner or later this is what's going to happen to your son. This was destined to happen to your children because you know how they behave. But what you should have said, Megan, was my children, the best thing Austin should have did to protect himself and he would have still been alive was go get a coach. 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 Megan, is that hard to understand? I tried to repeat it 10 times for you. But you failed your children, Megan. That's why Austin is not here. You and Jeff are a poor representation of parents. A poor representation of parents because both of you guys raised two racist animals. For the nerve of you to say that your son was doing the right thing by trying to remove somebody from a tent. Let's go back and listen to this ignorant fool.
That he needed to be removed from where he was.
Who said that he needed to be removed? Who said that he needed to be removed, Megan? What authority do Austin have, or anybody over there in that tent that he needed to be removed? Who said that he needed to be removed? Did the school say that? Did the coach say that? Did security? Who got authority to say that, Megan? He needed to be removed. See, this is that superiority complex that these YT Neanderthals have, that they feel like they can just come to a black person and put their hands on them and move them just because they feel like it. That's what Megan is saying, basically.
In the wrong tent, and my son doing the right thing by telling that boy that he needed to be removed from where he was. And
what?
Just doesn't make any sense.
It makes
just because the kid was mad, my son is not here anymore.
No, your son is not here anymore, Megan. I'm gonna help you out, Ram. I'm gonna help you out, Megan, so that you can have some type of closure. And I know this is gonna hurt, Megan. I know this is gonna hurt, right? I know this is gonna hurt, Megan, because your community is y'all are afraid of accountability. Right? Y'all are afraid of accountability, Megan, but let me just enlighten you to bring you some type of closure and help you out on this. It's very simple. I'm not going to go on a monologue. Your son is no longer here because he chose to go into this stadium, as we seen in the surveillance video, right? He walked in this stadium, Megan, and he walked towards Karmelo under this tent. But instead of sitting down, because I showed you guys, it was so much space inside the tent that Karmelo wasn't even thought of. He was in the back of the tent. That's why after the scuffle, he popped up and he ran out. He was at the back of it. So Karmelo was already showing respect to this team by not being in the way, not sitting in the middle, not doing none of that. He was in the back of it. But your sons chose to come into this tent where there was nothing going on. Nobody else told him to leave. Your son felt so goddamn entitled that he's saying, not only I'm going to tell you to leave, I'm going to put my hands on you. And Megan, that's the reason why your son is no longer here. Shout out to Quan with the $5 super chat. He said they won't show the whole layout. In the 11-minute video, there is a Fox 4 interview they scrubbed showing Hunter admitting Austin punched Karmelo Anthony. I am going to play that, Quan. Stick around. I am going to play that video. But I just needed to help Megan to give her some type of closure because she's not understanding why her poor son is no longer here. And it's his fault. My son did the right thing by telling Karmelo that he need to leave, that he had no business being there. This is what this mother is saying. This is why I don't have no sympathy for the Metcalfs, and I hope Austin rest in peace, because he's the reason why my brother is in prison right now. And all he had to do was sit down and mind his fucking business. Let's listen to this low IQ individual woman right here.
I mean, that's my, just because the kid was mad, my son is not here anymore. And I don't understand it.
You don't understand it. You don't understand it. Let me play this one more time, and then I'm gonna help Megan out right before we finish this video, because we gotta help her out, guys. We got, because Megan says she don't understand why Austin is not here anymore. Let's listen.
My son is not here anymore, and I don't. Just doesn't make any sense. Not sure, senseless act of a boy that was in the wrong tent, and my son doing the right thing by telling that boy that he needed to be removed from where he was, and just doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
I mean, that's my, just because the kid was mad, my son is not here anymore.
Okay.
And I don't understand it.
Okay, she don't understand. We're going to come back to this. Megan doesn't understand. Let's help Megan out. Megan, it's okay. It's okay, Megan. I got you. I'm going to help you understand this, Megan. I'm going to help you understand this, Megan. It's okay, Megan. I got you. I got you, Megan. Me and the family is going to help you out. Here we go, Megan. And we're going to get back to Megan, guys. We're going to get back to Megan. But I just want to help Megan out for a second. And Megan, I hope you're watching this right now. Right? I'm going to help you out. I'm going to give you a little bit of accountability to help you sleep good at night. And I'm going to help you out, right? Because you seem kind of confused or the reason why your son is no longer here. Let me help you out. As you can see, and I'm talking to Megan, right? Everything that I'm about to say is towards Megan, Austin Metcalf's mother. Megan, as you see in the video right now, your son is entering the stadium. Let's get it. Okay? Your son still have breath in his body, Megan. Your son, but hold on, right? Before we go there. Right? Before we go there. Megan, look over at the far left corner, Megan. Karmelo is sitting under a tent. There's no scuffle going on. There's no altercation going on. There are students from the school that Austin attend under the tent. There's adults standing around, coaches standing around, people on the field getting prepared for the track meet. There's no hostility that's going on in this event until your son showed up, Megan. Nobody was everybody was minding their business, Megan, before your son showed up. Shout out to Quan with the $2 super chat. We got to get Karmelo a fierce defense team. Oh, we is, Quan. We is. Trust me. We is, brother. But hold on. Let me go back to Megan real quick. Megan, again, you see everybody cool, calm, and collect, Megan. Look at the corner left, Megan, at that tent that Karmelo is under right now before your sons came over there. Nobody is forcing Karmelo out under the tent. Those students was minding their business. People on the field, they're getting prepared. Everything is cool. No hostility, no fights. Nobody getting stabbed. Nobody getting shot. Everybody just cool. Okay, Megan? Are you understanding that? I understand you're a very low IQ woman. Let's go, Megan. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel. As you can see right here, Megan, your son has entered the stadium. Right? You said you don't understand. Let me help you understand. Your sons are walking inside of the stadium. No one has fought. Nobody has argued. Nobody has confronted him. Coaches are walking past the tent. They seen Karmelo in the tent just talking to somebody from the school. No hostility. Your son is running towards this tent because he is looking to harm another student, Megan. Okay, are you still with me, Megan? I hope you still are with me. And this message that I'm speaking right now is for the white tee community as well. But let me help you out a little bit, Megan. Your son is still alive right here in this video. He have breath in his body. What type of boy did you raise, Megan, that walk inside of a stadium? And I want to pause right here. Seconds before your son walk inside this tent, Megan, Karmelo was sitting down, not bothering nobody. And as you can see, Megan, their tent is so empty to the point where Austin walked inside the tent and he walked straight up to Karmelo, which means that Karmelo was not impeding the team's tent. He allowed the athletes to have their space inside of the tent. So the intelligent and decent human being that Karmelo Anthony is, he chose to get to the back of the tent because he was raised right, Megan. There's space enough for your two sons and their other 6 goons that they brought to confront Karmelo Anthony. All of them was sitting and standing under the tent, Megan. There was no hostility until your boys came there, Megan. Are you understanding me now? Huh? Do you understand? Do you understand, Megan? Is this making sense? Let me ask you again, Megan.
Straight away, I actually beat the ambulance there. The boy that was in the wrong tent, and my son doing the right thing by telling that boy that he needed to be removed from where he was, and just doesn't make any sense. I mean, that's my just because the kid was mad, my son is not here anymore, and I don't understand it.
You don't understand it, Megan. Let's go back to Exhibit A. Let's go back to it, Megan. And this is seconds before your son approached Karmelo Anthony. Your son still have breath in his body. He's still alive and well. We have people all around the event getting prepared. There was no fighting. Nobody was screaming and yelling until your fucking son walked into this stadium. Your son brought this devilish and bully and evil energy inside of this stadium. And you talking about you don't understand? The athletes are sitting under the tent, Megan. Nobody is confronting Karmelo until your degenerate son came in and felt entitled enough to put his goddamn hands on Karmelo Anthony. That's the reason why your fucking son is dead, Megan. And may he rest in peace. And I don't feel sorry for none of the shit that Karmelo did. I'm glad Karmelo acted in the way that he acted. There's no other tent in this stadium. Everybody is running for cover. People walking around with their umbrellas. People are walking out of the stadium because it was raining. But your sons are bullies. They are racist. And they are a piece of shit. And you know you felt them boys. And you ruined our good brother life because of your bitch ass sons. Your sons are the reason why we in this situation that we in right now, Megan. And your bitch ass had the nerve to say, I don't understand. What the fuck you mean you don't understand? I understand this, Megan. I understand that this is a stadium of people. Everybody minding their business, Megan. People getting ready for the event. There's no hostility in the stadium until your boys walked in, Megan. Is this making sense to you? There's no confrontation until your boys walked inside the stadium, Megan. You didn't raise your boys with no type of decency or respect for other people. Because you, Jeff, Austin, Hunter, the entire Metcalf family are a bunch of anti-black racists, and y'all don't like black people. There are coaches around, because it took less than 30 seconds for Karmelo to jump down the goddamn bleachers and go get his coach. So how long it would have took, Megan, for your sons to go get their coach? How long it would have took for Hunter to go get an adult? Megan, is this making sense to you? But you got up on this news network and said that I don't understand. I don't understand why my son is no longer here. This doesn't make sense to me. How did this happen? All my son did was felt entitled to go under a tent and bother another kid that was minding his goddamn business. But this doesn't make sense to Megan. This doesn't make sense to white America. Carmelo Anthony is the monster. He's a fucking monster. He came there with a knife and he was looking to stab somebody. That's it. That's all. That's it. That's all. Megan, is it in y'all DNA to be lying like this? Is it in y'all DNA to be afraid to hold y'all? Austin is not coming back, Megan. It's okay to tell the truth now. And after this interview, Megan, after the Fox News interview, Megan, you was nowhere to be found. Because when the truth started unraveling about your boys that you raised to hate black people, you ran off in the wind, Megan. You was nowhere to be found. Megan, where are you? You're not grieving your son. You don't give a fuck about. You probably happy that one of them is already gone. Because I can just tell from your energy, Megan, because this is what makes foundational black Americans so special. We can read energies because we have ancestry DNAs. We have our ancestors inside of us, Megan. And from the look at it, it looks like those boys took you through there, Megan. So you have to be the concerned mother on the news network acting like you love your boys when you don't even give a damn about them. Jeff Metcalf don't give a damn about them boys because he left you there while those boys took you through there, Megan. But let me paint a picture for you again, Megan, just in case I was a little bit emotional. I'm screaming, I'm yelling. Let me calm down a little bit. Because I'm so pissed off that my brother Karmelo is in jail right now, I can punch this fucking screen that I'm looking at right now. Your sons came into this stadium with their devilish energy. Look at the screen, Megan. Look at it. You have people in the left-hand corner under the tent already, Megan. Why they didn't confront Karmelo? You know why they didn't confront Karmelo, Megan? Because Karmelo wasn't a threat to them. Karmelo wasn't a problem to them. Those people were just sitting down talking, Megan. We at an event, Megan. Look at everybody getting prepared for the event. Nobody's arguing with nobody. There's no confrontation. There's nothing going on, Megan. But until your boys brought they happy ass into this function. Look at this screen and look at this screen very closely, Megan. Look at the devilish energy that your sons are bringing inside of this stadium. The moment your sons walked into the stadium, a great cloud came over this stadium. The energy shift. Even the people under the tent energy shift because they knew that these boys are trouble. Those athletes under the tent, those 21 lying ass children that got on that stand and lied, they knew that those boys was trouble because the moments before Karmelo did what he did to defend himself and still be alive and have us supporting him, everybody was looking nervous. Everybody body language changed, Megan. Everybody was looking at your boys because they know that your boys are troublemakers. They know that your boys are thugs, Megan. And this is, look at your sons, Megan. Look at the screen. Look at the screen, Megan. Look how your son walked all the way up to the bleachers, Megan. Look at the other 4 boys. Walk up into the bleachers, Megan. They had room to sit down. But you sat up here on this interview talking about how you don't understand. Was that clear enough for you, Megan? Was that clear enough for you?
Son doing the right thing by telling that boy that he needed to be removed from where he was, and just doesn't make any sense. I mean, that's just because the kid was mad, my son is not here anymore, and I don't understand it.
Tell me about Austin. What do you want people to know about your boy?
Oh, he was the most amazing kid. Oh, so smart.
Smart.
He had college football guys looking at him to play in college.
No, they did not. He didn't have no scholarships. Your son sucked at football. Your son this was destined to happen to your son, Megan. Y'all can keep lying about Austin all day long. Y'all cannot hold Austin accountable all day long. But Megan, if you watching this stream, and I hope you watching this, I am going to heal you, Megan. I am going to help you. Because until you come to the truth, Megan, you will never have peace. Your sons were devils. Your sons were bullies. Your son felt entitled enough to walk into a stadium when everybody is minding their business and put his hands on Karmelo Anthony. Your sons weren't good athletes. They sucked. But I get it. You got to feel like, oh, my sons. You don't give a damn about them boys, Megan. You happy Austin gone.
Goal was to play in college. He just wanted to play football. His life was going to the gym and working out and being a leader on his football team. And he just had such ambitions and a drive that it's hard to find in a kid. And he's just such a good spirit. And so many kids loved him. And his brother's lost his best friend.
They're twins, right?
Yeah, identical twins. Yeah.
They've been like...
They are the best of friends. Like, just... I'm so worried about my son because he's going to have to face this world alone now because he had a brother that was with him the whole
Yeah, you should be worried about Hunter because if Hunter don't get some act right, if this situation didn't give Hunter his wake-up call to leave black people alone, he's going to have a rude of awakening, ma'am. Your son, Hunter, you better be in the house. You and Jeff, I know you don't like Jeff. That's why you never around Jeff. But it's okay for you to come forward, Megan. If you want to come on the show and speak your mind, this is welcome to you, Megan. My platform, if you want to come out and tell the truth about your boys and tell the truth about Jeff, it's okay, Megan. Austin is gone. Our brother Karmelo is already sentenced. Your family ruined our brother's life, Megan. Your sons ruined our good brother Karmelo Anthony's life, Megan. So I don't give a fuck about your tears. Because our brother Karmelo came to this event to run in this track meet. He wasn't there to bother your boys. Your boys put their hands on him, Megan. Your little sweet little precious little piece of a shit of Austin could have still have breath in his body today. But you running away from the facts, Megan, is not going to help you sleep at night. Tell the truth, Megan. Tell the truth about Jeff. Tell the truth about how those boys was treating you in that house, Megan. And they was taking you down through there. And you had no control over those boys. Tell the truth. But you can't, because you come from a lying, degenerate, violent, evil culture. You people are disgusting. You people are the most evil and dysfunctional and hateful people that walk among us, Megan. But to help y'all sleep at night, y'all have to point fingers at black people, acting like black on black crime is y'all biggest issue. Like y'all care about what goes on in our neighborhoods. Y'all don't. But how is this Lions going to help you, Megan? Austin is gone forever. And if you don't get a handle on that boy, which I feel like it's too late, Hunter is going to walk in the same footstep as his brother. But it's okay to come out here and tell the truth, Megan. After these 2 interviews, you've been getting exposed. You haven't said nothing publicly since. And I wonder why, Megan.
And now he's gonna have to do it alone, and I'm just so worried about him. I really
No, you're
am.
not. No, you're not.
with Austin today.
He was. They made him go away when they were doing CPR on him, but he was there when he was stabbed, and he was holding, I guess, the wound to keep it from. He was trying to save his brother.
No, he wasn't.
But I think he said he saw when he took his last breath, and before the CPR came back in. So
that's a lie.
for what I heard, he was unresponsive for 5 minutes. They were able to revive him a little, but I think it was too little, too late.
What can the community do for your family?
They need to support the kids at the school. Austin was loved by so many people. They need to know that there's other people out there for them and not against them. You know?
Just like Karmelo is loved by many people. We love our brother Karmelo too, Megan. You think we ain't pissed off about this shit? You think we ain't pissed off about our brother Karmelo that had a bright future ahead of him? A straight A student with over 30 scholarship offers, Megan. But your community is trying to paint our brother out to be a demon and a murderer. Your people that's known for lying, being deceitful and violent animals. Your people ruined our brother Karmelo's future to be a productive black man in society. Your piece of shit of a son. Because nobody had a problem with Karmelo until your son showed up, Megan, and you know it. So you can get on this news network and fucking fake cry and act like you so concerned. I don't know why my son not here. This guy Karmelo was just mad. And my sons had to, and they felt entitled to go over there and put their hands on this boy because he had no business being under their tent. Megan, there was only one tent at this event. Nobody had a problem. I don't know if I'm saying this. Is I'm making sense? I don't know if I feel like I'm talking to a wall here. It's like I'm getting mad. I'm getting mad talking about this. But I know this doesn't make sense to Megan because she come from a culture of lying, deceitfulness, evilness, entitlement. Because she don't see a young black boy sitting down at a track event talking to a so-called friend of his and just trying to get under a tent to get away from under the rain. Nobody was in the bleachers, Megan. Nobody. And she's really pissing me off right now. I'm trying to stay calm because the more and more I think about this case, because I think about Karmelo Anthony every day. I thinking about this young baby, this young boy, and hearing him cry in that body cam footage lets me know everything that I need to know about this boy. He didn't have no mug in his face. He didn't say, yeah, I fucking did this. That's what he get. That's what he get. That's what he get. He didn't say that about your child, Megan. You know what Karmelo Anthony said about your son? Is he alive? Did he make it? Karmelo Anthony was crying over Austin Metcalf. He went running for help. He collapsed on the ground. That's how sorry he was for doing this to your child. And your people and your community trying to pay Karmelo Anthony to be a evil murderer. That body cam footage showed you everything you need to know about Karmelo and his thought process. He was sorry, Megan. He didn't mean to hurt your child. But he warns your child, do not put your hands on me or I will defend myself. Why you don't understand it, Megan? Or you choose it. Let me stop saying it. Let me stop saying why they don't understand it. I need to take that out of my vocabulary. Because they understand this. You choosing to be misunderstood, Megan. Did you see the body cam footage, Megan? Huh? Do I need to show you the body cam footage, Megan, of this murderous thug getting arrested, right? Let me show you. Let me show you this, Megan.
The victim's gonna be underneath that tent over there, so I'll get medics.
Let me show you something, Megan. This the guy.
Memorial tent over there, guys. All right.
He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me.
What's happening right now? Victim is over here on the north end. They got staff standing to him right now. This is the alleged suspect. All right. Already? No. We searched them. Got nothing on him.
I don't know what happened.
423. Checkers everything about CPR progress for a little bit.
That's the guy that supposedly be a thug, Megan. Your community is paying this boy out to be a thug when he had empathy for your baby. He didn't want to hurt your son. He told your son, don't put your hands on me, Megan. We would not be in this situation if it wasn't for your son's actions. And for white America refuse to hold him accountable is the reason why y'all will never get ahead. The reason why y'all going to keep losing. The reason why y'all are going to continue to die off. That baby was sad about your son not being here anymore. He didn't want to cause no problems under that tent. Megan, he was sitting behind the tent. That's how you know he wanted to make sure that the athletes was in their right area. He didn't sit in between. He wasn't invading people's spaces. He was sitting behind the tent. That's why his head popped out after the incident and he ran out the tent, Megan. He wasn't in the fucking tent. You dummy. Are you not understanding me? The more I look at this woman, the more I just...
And Frisco Memorial has got a football program that's it's in a process, and we want everybody to know that it's a family and they're there together. So, but just to put your arms wrap around the support. This is Hunter. Did you want to talk to him?
Oh, man.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
I'm so sorry.
Here come this coward.
We just got a little altercation, and that's really it. But he has a good heart. Everyone knows. Everyone around here knows he's a great kid. He just one mistake from that dude, and just took my brother. He didn't deserve it. No one deserves a loss from a family like that. I know people that lose their family members all the time, but I just didn't know it was gonna be mine so soon. My best friend and my brother my whole life, but if y'all could just like not y'all, sorry. Just like thank y'all for just comforting us in like the Frisco area has been comforting my family and me. I just really appreciate
fuck your
everything
family.
everyone's done. It's just it's a really hard loss, but we're gonna get through it with my family, so we'll just stay together. I mean, our relationship is really the tightest I've ever seen in somebody, like between
this young man that y'all looking at on the screen right now is a devil. This is not a young boy that has sympathy. This is not a boy that feel remorse that his brother is no longer here. This young man right here is an anti-black racist. He's a bully and he's a degenerate. No one loves these boys. Nobody, I don't hear no. The only reason why white people is they really not even defending Austin. They just spreading their anti-black racism. They don't even care nothing about you, Austin and Hunter or the Metcalf family. White America don't care about you. These racists don't. This is just the opportunity for them to spread their anti-black racism. Because you know why, Hunter? Let me tell you something about your community. This is the same community that was falling all out over Charlie Kirk. You think they care about Charlie Kirk right now? This the same community that was screaming and yelling about that white girl that got unalived on that bus by that mentally ill black man. You think they doing anything for her family? Huh? And this actually was a white man that unalived Charlie Kirk. But you know why? See, because it was a white man that took Charlie Kirk out, may he rest in peace. They not at the trial. They not outside because the trial is going on for the guy that unalived Charlie Kirk. They not out there with their picket fences. You know how like Jake Lang was at Karmelo's trial with Charlie Kirk as a poster talking about how Karmelo need to get hung from a tree. Why y'all not out there at the Charlie Kirk trial protesting for Charlie Kirk? The trial is going on right now. But you know where y'all at? Y'all was at the Karmelo Anthony's trial. That's where y'all was at. Y'all don't care about one another. Y'all don't give a fuck about Austin or Hunter. Hunter, you gonna recognize this. Your father Jeff that's going around on his little press tour trying to save face because we exposing your family. Listen to me. These people don't care nothing about you. They don't care nothing about Austin. You know who they do care about and obsessed with, Hunter? Us. All of them are chimping out on their channels right now about us, not you. Don't nobody even talk about you, Hunter. Your community don't even talk about you. Where's Hunter? We need to set up a scholarship fund for Hunter. We need to make sure that we wrap our arms around Hunter. Hunter, they don't care nothing about you, sir. Your daddy that's going around on this press tour, he's not bringing you up. He's not telling people to keep them in your prayers. He's not. You know what he's focused on? His hatred towards black people, Hunter.
Beings. I mean, we did everything together. Clean the dishes together, do the yard work together, sports. You name anything in the world, it's always us two and one thing. So you're always just basically one person.
Yeah, y'all did everything together. Y'all bullied people together. Y'all assault people together. Y'all cause mayhem whenever y'all walk inside a building together. Y'all jump Karmelo Anthony's together. Yeah, don't leave that part out. Make sure you don't leave that part out, Hunter, on your next interview. Yeah, me and Austin, we do everything together. We do it. Yeah, y'all harm people together. Y'all bully people together. Y'all jump people together. Y'all kick y'all daddy ass together. Y'all running y'all mama crazy in that house together. Yeah. I just wanted to help you out, Hunter. I'm sorry. I just wanted to, finish your sentence for you. My bad.
You guys just a few minutes apart?
4 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Austin was first by 4 minutes. He got stuck in me.
So technically your bigger brother.
Yes, ma'am. He does a lot of big brother stuff around. He's always on my back. Even if I'm in the wrong, he'll always take my side no matter what. It's just really heartbreaking to see someone that cares for you that much and does everything even by your side no matter what, just pass away like that.
Mm-hmm. Your mom told me that you were there.
Yes, ma'am.
If you don't mind, what happened?
There was this kid, before I knew his name now, this kid was sitting under our tent at track. We asked him to move. He started getting aggressive.
He said, okay, This is the part where I want to make sure that we pay attention to detail and what Hunter is saying, family. The first thing that came out his mouth, I don't know this guy's name. He was under our tent. We asked him to move. Not Austin. We, right? I'm going to change my language to French. We asked him to move. Okay? We, not Austin.
Aggressive and talking reckless. Under our track, we asked him to move. He started getting aggressive and talking.
We asked him to move. He started to get aggressive. Okay. Let's go back a little bit. I just want to make sure we gonna break this down point by point. This is exactly the interview that Hunter said what happened after the incident, even though we clearly seen the surveillance video. Let's get into it, family.
Our tent at track, we asked him to move. He started getting aggressive.
We asked him to move. He started to get aggressive. Shout out to Charlie Kirk X with the $5 super chat. He said Melo showed more emotions on that police body cam footage than Hunter lying ass. Look at his eyes. Complete devil. Facts, Charlie. Karmelo literally broke down in tears on that body cam footage. He asked was Austin okay? Was he going to make it? I told him to leave me alone. I told him, don't touch me. Why did he touch me? Oh, ain't no trolls in here. Have you guys realized, and I hope I don't summons them by saying this, there's no trolls in this live stream today. That's a good point, Brandon. It's only the family in the chat right now. No trolls. You know why? They have nothing. Well, they got something to say. All they do is lie, Brandon. They got something to say. The trolls is not here. It's just the family in the chat. I wonder why. I just knew the trolls was going to be in here.
And talking reckless.
Talking reckless. Like, what was he saying, Hunter? Did he say F you bitch? Did he say F you crackers? Did he stand up and say, we can tell that this is not Karmelo's Anthony's character by the body cam footage, Hunter. We can tell that he's not an aggressive child by him breaking down crying once he found out what he did. We know this is a lie. This is not a YN that's out here in the street causing hectic, Hunter. You can stop lying on our brother Karmelo. This is Karmelo character ain't talking aggressive and trying to bulk up his chest. We can tell, because if that was his character, he would have stood on business when they arrest him. Yeah, the F nigga tried me and I done this. No, Hunter. You know what Karmelo really did for your brother? Huh? And I just want to play this real quick because he said that Karmelo was aggressive. And Karmelo was talking reckless. This is what this boy did when he found out what he did to your brother, Hunter.
Research them, got nothing.
I don't know what happened.
423. Trackers have
Victim is over here on the north end. They got staff standing to him right now. This is the alleged suspect. All right. Already? No. Research them, got nothing.
I don't know what happened.
423. Trackers have negative CPR progress for a witness.
Racing.
Memorial tent over there, guys. All right.
He put his hands on me. I told him not to. He put his hands on me.
He's crying for your brother, Hunter. This the guy that you trying to portray in your community, trying to portray as a thug. This is what you trying to portray as a guy that was under a tent. Y'all approached him. He got aggressive. He started talking reckless. This child that's crying, because I seen kids get arrested. It was no tears in their eyes. They was really talking shit while they was resisting arrest and everything. You talking about this guy, Hunter?
I told him not to. He put his hands on me.
This child
Victim.
that cried while he was getting arrested, Hunter. Yeah, you can't lie on our brother, Hunter. We're not going for that. That's not gonna work, Hunter. You're lying. And I'm gonna tell you how I know you lying, Hunter. You piece of shit. You didn't take the stand on the behalf of your brother. But you want to get your ass on this news interview, act like you care about your brother so much. So why your punk ass ain't take the stand? Because I know 1,000% I'm gonna take the stand on behalf of my brother, my twin brother, if I love him so much. Especially if I was right there. You think I'm not going to take the stand on the behalf of my dead brother? Are you crazy? But you know why you didn't take the stand, Hunter? Because when the district attorney and the prosecutors seen this video right here, and they seen you on Fox News, you told two different stories, Hunter. You're a fucking liar. You lied on our brother Karmelo. You and your brother approached him looking to cause harm. Y'all came into the stadium with devilish and evil and violent intentions. That's why your brother is no longer here, Hunter. Karmelo is not this type of kid that's arguing with you, calling you out your name. That's not his character, boy. Why you lying? Let's keep going.
And talking reckless. And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." He's like, "Make me move." Austin grabbed his backpack. The kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see.
Oh, okay, you didn't see.
The kid, I tried to whip around as.
Hold on, let's go back.
And talking reckless.
Talking reckless. This is a lie.
And my brother stepped in and said, "You need to move." He's like, "Make me move." Austin grabbed.
So your brother stepped in and told him he need to move. So you confronted him. But in the beginning of your statement, Hunter, you said we told him. Now you're saying that Austin whipped around and told him to move. You see how at first you were speaking French. You said we told him.
This backpack, the kid, I make me move. Austin grabbed his backpack. The kid.
Austin grabbed his backpack. Who backpack he grabbed? Carmelo's Anthony's backpack? Oh, okay. Let's keep going.
Make me move. Austin grabbed his backpack. The kid, I tried to whip around as fast as I could, but I didn't see the stab. But then I looked at my brother, and then I'm not going to talk about that.
I'm not going to talk about it. Yeah, you're not going to talk about it because you're a lying piece of shit. That's why you're not going to talk about it, Hunter. You have a low IQ of a squirrel. And you start fumbling all over your words. Because it's lies, Hunter. It's hard to keep up with a lie. And when the prosecutor and the DA saw this video, they said, "This dumb motherfucker. Why did he say that? We trying to railroad Karmelo and make sure he get found guilty. Why would you come on a news network and lie like that? And then you went to Fox News and lied again. And they instructed you not to go on the stand. But if you love your brother so much, why you didn't take the stand on his behalf, Hunter? Why they screaming about why Karmelo Anthony didn't take the stand? Rick Chow didn't take the stand. He got found not guilty for chasing down a child and murdering them. And the only witness was his son. You a liar, Hunter. And peace will never find you because your family ruined our brother's life. And you a piece of shit. You, your mother, and your father.
Just that's just what I saw. And I tried to help him.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
It's just senseless.
You didn't try to help him because you chased after Karmelo after he did what he did.
It was really senseless. Really, I don't know why a person would do that to someone just over that little argument. It's just a
crazy. Little argument. You don't know why nobody. So I got to explain this shit to Hunter? I just explained it to your stupid ass mother. You and your mother are so dumb. You, your mother, and your father. I see why y'all is how y'all is. Y'all are some stupid, ignorant people. This is an ignorant family right here. This family right here is some ignorant Neanderthals. This, I don't understand why. I don't understand why. I understand, Hunter. I understand before you and your brother came to the event, everybody was just minding their business, Hunter. I understand that Karmelo was under the tent before y'all got there, Hunter, and nobody approached him. Those 21 lying ass children on the stand, they didn't have a problem with Karmelo being under their tent because they didn't go get a teacher. They didn't go get an adult. They didn't go get a coach. But all hell broke loose once you and your brother showed up to this stadium, Hunter. You is the reason why your brother isn't here. You put your brother in harm's way. You sacrifice your brother because you a coward, Hunter. And you are going to hold this for the rest of your life. So this situation, I hope you got your wake-up call, Hunter. That while you going around here thinking that you can put your hands on people, you got another thing coming, Hunter. You're going to end up like your brother. So I advise you to go live the rest of your life, something that your brother can never do, and leave black people alone.
In this world nowadays, how people just up and do that. Like, a man has a family, that man has people that care about them all the time, and he did everything for our family too. He was a strong man. He was a strong kid.
Really?
He was strong. And I know I'm strong too, but he's a little stronger. But he did a lot for our family and a bunch of stuff that we just don't recognize. And it's just like, especially throughout our friends too, like everyone knew, like he was the peacemaker. That's what I'm saying. Like, I heard someone who really makes peace, really calms peace down. He makes everything.
He's a peacemaker. Austin Metcalf is a peacemaker. Austin Metcalf is a peacemaker, y'all. Yeah, he a peacemaker. He don't cause no problems or nothing like that. He don't do nothing wrong. Austin Metcalf is a good kid, right? What you're looking at right here, Hunter, is a stadium. And to the left-hand corner, Hunter, is your school tent. It was peace under this tent, Hunter, before y'all showed up. If you look at the field, Hunter, it's peace on the field before you and your brother showed up. If you look around the track as people walking around trying to take cover for the rain, Hunter, it's peace. It's peace in this track area, Hunter, before you and your brother showed up. There's nothing going on, Hunter, before you and your brother showed up. Let's fast forward a little bit, Hunter. You and your brother entered the building. Y'all enter the track and field. As you can see, people standing around. People got their umbrellas. It's raining. People trying to take cover. It's peace, Hunter. But Austin is the peacemaker. Austin came to this track field with a peaceful soul and to spread peace. I got you, Hunter. I'm with you on that. Let's see the peacemaker spread peace. As you and your brother walk inside this stadium, and Austin is actually start running, right? You and your goons walk inside the stadium, Hunter, with peace in y'all heart. Because Austin is a peacemaker, right? He's a peacemaker. He's not looking to harm nobody. He's not looking to cause no problem with anybody. Austin is a good kid. Absolutely. You see people on the field minding their business, getting ready for the track and field event. It's peace in the building already before you guys showed up, Hunter. Let's keep going. Y'all walking, y'all trotting. Y'all probably got the call that Karmelo Anthony was under the tent. And I'm going to pause it right here for you, Hunter. Seconds before you and your brother go inside this tent. And I want you to answer this question for me, Hunter. Do it look like peace under that tent right there? Look very closely, Hunter. I want you to just look at this view. And I'm trying to help you and Megan out because I understand that y'all are low IQ individuals. Your whole entire family and your community is low IQ. You said that your brother is a peacemaker. He spread peace, love, tranquility. Look at the left-hand corner in this video. Does it look like peace is already under this tent? Does it look like anybody have hostility, Hunter, under this tent? Does it look like everybody is just minding their damn business? There's no altercation, Hunter. There's nobody confronting him. We seen in this video that adults walking past. We seen coaches on the field. It's peace in the air, Hunter. You know where the peace went away, Hunter? You know where the peace went away? When you and your brother showed up. At this exact moment, right here, Hunter. Everybody is cool. Everybody relaxing. Everybody chilling, Hunter. You and your brother walk under this tent and y'all disturb the peace. Y'all came in there with the intention to cause bodily harm to Karmelo Anthony. You and your punk ass racist brothers are no peaceful individuals. This lie that y'all like to tell one another in your community, this is the reason why you would never have peace, Hunter. This is the reason why. And Karmelo Anthony gave your brother a way out. Karmelo gave your brother a way out. Karmelo actually was the peaceful one. He told your brother, hey, touch me again and see what happened. There was a warning. Your brother could have still been alive, Hunter. So after Karmelo gave him that warning, what did your brother do? What did he do? He still chose to put his hands on Karmelo. Is that peaceful, Hunter? Everybody was peaceful until y'all showed up. Everybody was chilling, getting ready for the event until you showed up, Hunter. You and Austin, troublemakers. Degenerates. Devils. Nobody had a problem with them until you showed up. Because the athletes under the tent, they was cool with him being there. Hunter, why did your classmates, because your mother, well, her stupid ass, got on the news network and said he was doing the right thing to do and telling him to leave. Hunter, look, it's adults on the field. It would have took you 10 seconds to go get it an adult, Hunter. Why y'all didn't do that? You know why y'all didn't go get it an adult? Because y'all felt entitled. You and your brother was raised off racism. And y'all thought y'all was going to get away with this. Scotch clean, Scotch free. But you know what happened, Hunter? You lost your brother. Because you and your brother couldn't keep y'all fucking hands to yourself. Your brother is not a peaceful person. Your brother is rotting in hell right now. Next to Charlie Kirk. But once you come over here on this side, Hunter, where accountability at, truth, honesty, you would never sleep well. Because the moment y'all walked inside this stadium, Hunter, look at it. Look at it and pay attention. Look at this view. There was nothing going on. Ain't this is a beautiful sight to see right here, Hunter. I see people on the field. I see people putting out cones. I see people running out the rain. I'm looking at y'all tent, Hunter. I see students just laughing, talking, talking about what they're about to do on the weekend, how they finna beat this school, how they feel about to beat that school. But it all changed. The energy changed once y'all walked in. When y'all walked in, all of a sudden, hostility. Y'all not police officers, Hunter. You and your brother don't have the right to tell nobody what to do. And this is why you are going to have a life of misery, Hunter. Because your family refused to hold you accountable and your brother. You are the reason why your brother is no longer here. May he rest in peace.
Sail smoothly. Because I get upset, but then he calms me down. He was just always there for me, so it's just really heartbreaking to see how this happened.
Oh my goodness. And you guys are how old are you?
17.
17.
Yeah, they'll be 18 in July.
Look at the mother.
I saw a lot of articles say you guys were 16. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, they're 17.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
yeah,
Austin wanted to play football.
He would have played college football.
he would have.
He,
for sure.
He definitely.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't gonna play college football because y'all sucked at football. Hunter, if y'all would have just came into the stadium, sat down, and mind y'all business, nothing would have happened. Your brother would have still been alive, bullying people. But this was your brother. Your brother was this was destined to happen to Hunter. I mean to Austin. Because look how y'all was raised. Your mother failed you, Hunter. Your father failed you because your father is a fat, degenerate loser, racist. They didn't teach you about morals. They didn't teach you about respect. They raised you off hatred and racism. For you guys to walk inside this stadium where everybody is sitting down minding their business, you two fucks had to come in and ruin the event. You had to ruin the event. Y'all had to come in here and walk up to Karmelo Anthony and felt entitled to tell him to leave. But we see how that turned out for you. So y'all can paint the picture of Karmelo being a murderous thug. He was mad. He was doing all this. Karmelo wasn't bothering anyone. Karmelo was invited under the tent. That's why he was sitting down. Karmelo respected y'all's space. That's why he was sitting behind the tent. He really wasn't in the tent. Hunter, do I need to show you that again? I'll show it again because I understand y'all are low IQ Neanderthals. Look at you and your brother walking in. Everybody is chilling. Everybody is cool. Let me show you how you know he really wasn't under the tent. Let me show you guys this. It was so much space. Hold on, before I show you guys that. Look, before Hunter and his brother walked into the tent, it was so much space in the tent. All 6 of them that came in and surrounded Karmelo, all of them came under the tent. That's how you know he wasn't in nobody's space. And after y'all jumped him, because that's what y'all did, after y'all jumped him, let me show you guys this. Look at this. Look how fast Karmelo popped up. Boom. Look where he was seated. Brandon, it's your fault I had to block him. I told y'all, once y'all add a troll in here, I'm going to block them. I don't even know what they talking about. But look at this, guys. Look how fast he popped out the tent. So that shows you that he really wasn't even under the tent for real. And when y'all see the trolls in here talking, y'all got to understand this, family. They have to troll. They have to cope. They have no leg to stand on in this situation. So they have to just mayo babble and come up with fake scenarios to try to justify this behavior. There's no justification of this. It's not a law. It's not against the law to sit under a tent. They was not security of this tent.
We told him to leave the tent. We told him to leave the tent. What the fuck is this? What are y'all, the tent police? What is this, Rosa Parks? You told him to get to the back of the bus? The fuck you mean you told him to leave the tent? Why he had to leave the tent? Y'all was getting paid to be the tent police around there or what? Who hired y'all to be the tent Nazis?
And that's why your brother's not here. Karmelo respected y'all space. He didn't sit in between the athletes. He wasn't hovering around anyone. Y'all jumped that boy. Y'all was around him. Y'all surrounded him. And y'all thought Karmelo was a punk. And Karmelo showed you otherwise. Sorry.
His mindset, his skill level, his IQ at the game was probably the best I've seen in the Frisco area.
Yeah.
As a linebacker, he was a stud, and I always try to fill those shoes with him and play with him. And I had a blast my whole life playing sports with him my whole life. It was just me and him always good against people. And
that's a good point, Charlie. I wish I can put that. I got to figure out how to put y'all comments on the screen. Charlie said these trolls mad because Austin caused his own demise. That's a fact. This is why they trolling y'all, because they know Austin caused his own demise. And they don't know how to cope with that. They like, damn, you mean to tell me that Karmelo was just sitting under a tent minding his business? And he wasn't causing no problem? And the students that was already under the tent was cool with it? The coaches that was walking past was cool with it? And then it all changed when Austin and Hunter showed up to the tent. It all changed. When all 6 of them was approaching Karmelo, I'm saying, look. Look, 6. All of y'all on y'all way to confront Karmelo. Yeah, Hunter, the facts is just not lining up in your favor, sir. And until you speak the truth, you're not gonna be able to grieve your brother properly.
Sure, it was this year, so it's just really heartbreaking not to see him next year on the field.
I'm so sorry, my love. Oh my goodness. I saw that he won like linebacker of the year.
For the Frisco Memorial, he was
Second team all district, which he should have been first.
Yeah.
But it's just everyone knows around this area the impacts of what he does for football and what he does for families and friends. Like, he's just a great guy overall to be around. And
no, he's not.
Hard worker.
Extremely. It's just really hard. It's just really hard to see.
Your brother is not a good person to be around. Because if your brother was this peaceful person that you're speaking of, and your brother is such a good person to be around, why when you and your brother came into the tent, the tension of the tent just changed? Everybody was looking at y'all. Everybody was looking at you two. Because they like, oh, here we go, Austin and Hunter again, trying to cause problems. We was just sitting here chilling, listening to our music, talking. And then all of a sudden, the Metcalf brothers show up. Oh, here come the troublemakers. Those students, from their body language, they didn't want to be around you and your brother. Y'all can keep lying. I understand y'all have to keep lying to yourself to try to paint you and your brother to be some noble citizens. Y'all are a piece of shit, Hunter. Your brother was a piece of shit. Your brother was not a likable child. No one likes him. Your brother was an animal. He was a demon. He was a devil, just like you and your father and Megan. What y'all have to do is be honest here. What Megan and Jeff and you have to do to have some type of peace in this situation is be honest. And say, you know what? If we would have just walked in that stadium and not bothered Karmelo, we would have been okay. We would have still been able to go after our dreams to play football and maybe go to college and go to the NFL or become a teacher or become an engineer, become a police officer, go to the military, make a family, have kids. If we would have just walked inside this stadium and just sat down and just mingle like everybody else was doing with Karmelo before y'all showed up, if we would have just did that, we would have been okay. Why? See, until your family admit that right there, Hunter, y'all are going to live the rest of y'all life in misery because your father is doing you a disservice by going around to all these podcasts spreading his anti-black racism. So we know exactly how you and that boy was raised, Hunter, how Megan raised y'all. Because until y'all come together as a family and be honest, until white America come together and be honest and look at this video. Look at this video. Nothing is going on. Everybody is chilling. And when the jury saw this is how you know the fix was in from the jump. Because when the jury saw this clip, just the beginning of it, and this is where his attorney should have harped on right here and said, jury, look at this. Before those boys came in, those children under the tent didn't have no problem with Karmelo being there. Your Honor, we see people walking back and forth past this tent. Coaches see Karmelo in this tent. It's only one goddamn tent. They really haven't even finished setting up for the event yet. Everybody's minding their business. There's no hostility. There's nobody walking up to nobody. Nobody confronting nobody. Nobody putting their hands on anyone. But until this moment, the jury, y'all saw this right here. And y'all said, yeah, we are going to charge Karmelo with first-degree murder because he showed up to this track event with the intent to unalive Austin. Even though we see Austin running to the tent, we know for a fact that Karmelo is already under the tent. So how was this premeditated? How would he know what time the Metcalf brothers was going to show up even though they were suspended from school? How would Karmelo know all this? How would he know that he came there? Because first-degree murder is premeditated. How was this premeditated? Because a lot of white people out here saying this premeditated because he brought a knife there. This premeditated because he brought a knife there? So let me know this, white America. Karmelo premeditated this because he brought a knife to the event. Okay. Did he also premeditate that Austin was going to be the one to put his hands on him? Did he have did he read into the future and knew that Austin was going to confront him? Did he know that? Look at these boys. Do these look like peaceful individuals? Or these look like thugs that's looking to cause problems? Because I see a bunch of Neanderthal racist thugs came into this stadium looking to cause problems, looking to cause harm, looking to cause violence. Because no problem came until they showed up. Right here. Seconds before they walked in the tent. It's peaceful here. Hunter, Megan, Jeff, the jury, the prosecutor, the district attorney, Judge Roach, that's retiring. Because you put the fix in on our brother, you railroad our brother, so you think you finna run off in and win? It's not going to happen, Judge Roach. We coming for you. Look, the jury. I hope y'all out here looking at these videos. Does it look peaceful in this tent before the Metcalf brothers showed up? I'm talking to the jury out there. I know y'all out here watching the content creators. Because y'all obsessed with the black community. All 12 of y'all anti-black racists. Is anybody bothering anyone before the brother showed up? Look. He had no business being in the tent. Show me that in the rule book. Show me that in the law book. Show me that. Show me where it's a rule that said Karmelo Anthony not supposed to be there. Show me somewhere that it's written down, and I'll say, okay, I can conceive to that. This is seconds before they walked in the tent. And then the energy changed when the brother showed up. I'm finna go seconds before the stabbing. And you guys is finna see the assault. Okay, here we go. Look in the left corner. There's a scuffle going on. He pop out, which means that he wasn't even in there. Look at this. If you was really just under a tent, you would not pop out of the tent this fast. Look at this. He pop out of the tent. And we see our good brother Karmelo go run for safety. These thugs chased after him because the whole plan was to jump him. That was the whole plan. The whole plan was to jump our brother Karmelo, but he made it out safe, and I'm proud of him. I'm proud of Karmelo for defending himself. It's okay, Karmelo. We fighting for you, brother. We gonna keep fighting for you. These boys stood over him, and they jumped him, and he defended himself, and he came home. He made it home. He got sentenced. They railroad him. And we're going to expose Collin County. Y'all next. Y'all next. But let's just finish listening to this Neanderthal lie. Let's listen to him.
Wouldn't go like that just for like recklessness.
Mm-hmm. My focus of my story is, of course, on Austin. That is what's most important. But what would you say about the suspect and what's next?
We don't know anything about him. We have nothing to say.
I've never met this kid until right then. It really was under 30 seconds, this altercation. I've never met this kid in my entire life. And it's just...
And to be honest with you, we don't want to give him any recognition or any care because we have no desire to have anything to do with that man. So.
That man, he's a child, Megan. He's a child, Megan. He's a child. He's not a man. He's not a man. What you mean?
With that man. So that's not, to be honest with you, we don't want to give.
Right then, it really was under 30 seconds, this altercation. I've never met this kid in my entire life. And it's just...
And to be honest with you.
And if you never met this kid in your entire life, if you see somebody new under the tent, why you didn't say, hey, what's up? What's your name? Karmelo. Oh, okay. Who you run for? Oh, okay. What's your fastest time? Oh, you play football? Oh, that's what's up. You a senior? I'm a senior. Oh, what college you going to? If you didn't know him, if you was raised with any type of decency, why you didn't have that type of energy? So only to the people you don't know, you going to confront and put your hands on them and try to jump. Well, not try. Y'all jumped him. That's what you saying, Hunter? You don't know him. Because if I go to a track event and I don't know them, I would say, you know what? What's up, bro? Oh, you run for who? Oh, that's what's up. You competing today? What's your fastest time? Oh, you play football too? No, bro, we destroyed y'all this season. I can't wait till we play y'all, bro. Oh, no. How many yards you had this year? That's not what y'all did. Y'all brought violence under that tent. Shout out to Thompson 3745 for the $5 super chat. He said, what's good, bro? What Charleston White did to Karmelo's family is beyond bootlicking. I hope Karmelo gets a retrial. Me too, bro. We working on it. We working on it. We working on it. That's why they so mad, Thompson. They mad because how vocal we is on this case. And the only reason why they released this video is because how vocal we been. How much we been on their ass. We already got the appeal process in place. We going to keep exposing Collin County. And Judge Roach is retiring. He think he finna run off in the wind and get away from this situation scot-free. You see how fast I get y'all up out of here? Bam, 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 bam. Because y'all can't sit in here and see this. Let me tell you something, chat. The reason why they trolling in the chat is because the truth hurts these people. This channel over here is too much accountability. It's too much truth. They can't accept it because they so used of lying. All they do is lie. All they do is lie. And they look at this footage and they still lying. That's why I don't waste my time. Do y'all know that these people are begging to debate me? These people are begging to debate me. It's not going to happen. But to get back on this guy.
Life. And it's just.
I want to get back onto what Hunter just said.
This kid into right then, it really was under 30 seconds, this altercation. I've never met this kid in my entire life. And it's just.
And to be honest with
And he said, I never met this kid in my entire life. Let me show you how a foundational Black American raised when we don't know nobody, right? I played sports, right? I went to college to play sports. If I see somebody from another team, I would say, hey, what's up, bro? Who you play for? Oh, for real? What you running today? What's your fastest time? Oh, you play football? What's your position? Oh, bro, we'll smoke you, bro. We'll smoke you. When we play y'all, we need to set something up. We need to play some 7-on-7. My name is Austin. My name is Hunter. Nice to meet you. What's your name? Karmelo? Carmelo Anthony? Like the NBA player? Oh, that's what's up, bro. I know a lot of people be clowning you by saying you got the same name as Carmelo Anthony. You see? That's how you approach people you don't know if you was raised correctly, Hunter. That's how you would approach that situation. Yeah, you know what, bro? This our tent. Do you mind if you go over here? I'm trying to talk to our team. We're trying to get ourselves together, and I'm trying to, coach them up. Do you mind if you can step over there for a minute? And then if Karmelo didn't want to leave, you could have went and got your coach. Hey, coach, do you mind removing him? You see how they would? You see how that type of energy y'all could have brought to the tent, Hunter? Acknowledge Karmelo. Show him some respect. But you can't because you come from a people of evilness, violent, hatefulness. And that's the reason why your brother is not here. Because your mother didn't raise you with no morals. Your father didn't raise you to have no respect and love for other people. You are an athlete, Hunter. You and your brother. Being an athlete myself and the rest of the athletes out there, bro, there's no hostility. I remember our rival in high school when I played basketball. Every time our rival came to our gym, we was talking shit to one another. I knew some of the players over there, so it wasn't no real tension. They came over here to the home section, was sitting down, talking to the cheerleaders, talking to the coaches, sitting down. If I would have seen one of my rivals over there, I would have walked over to, hey, bro, you need to get up. And then we just jump him. What type of shit? This is how y'all, listen to y'all logic. Another team is sitting under a tent. I need to go over there and say, hey, buddy, you need to get up. And then we just start jumping them. Us as athletes, me as a former athlete, we were taught sportsmanship. We was taught courtesy. We was taught to, that's why at the end of the game, you shake the other team's hand. And you shake the opponent hand to show sportsmanship. We just went to battle. We just played each other. But at the end of the game, win, lose, or draw, it's all love, brother. But when we between these lines, we competing. Outside these lines, I ain't got no problem with you. Where was that at, Hunter? Were you not taught sportsmanship? I'm not understanding. Was it that hard to see somebody from another school and show him love? Karmelo, what's up, bro? Or what's up, bro? What's your name? Carmelo Anthony. Damn, you got the same name as the Carmelo Anthony in the NBA. Oh, you competing today? That's what's up. I play football. You play football. I got these scholarship offers. Where you going to school at next year? Y'all don't. What if it would have turned out that way, white America? Why couldn't it turn? Why have to be only, oh, he should have never been there. He had no business being over there. He was told to move from another child, so he should have just got up and left. Or how about the scenario that I just gave you? Even if he didn't want to acknowledge Karmelo as a fellow athlete, he could have said, hey, Karmelo, I'm finna chop it up with my team right here. We finna have a little private moment. Do you mind if you walk over there or something like that? And then if Karmelo refused to leave, you can say, you know what? I'm not going to argue with Karmelo. I'm just going to get my coach. It's all good. We ain't got to fight about this. We come on now. We seniors. Shout out to Thompson for the $5 super chat again. He said, I'm catching you live. Keep up the good work, bro. FYI, did you see the Charleston White sent information to Officer Tatum about that bootlicker? Thompson, you exposing my next video. Yes, I saw that. I saw that, bro. I seen that. Charleston White is trying everything in his power to ruin this family. He's trying everything. Appreciate the super chat, bro. I really appreciate that. That means a lot, bro. Your donations to the channel means a lot, and I'm grateful for that, bro. But I definitely seen Charleston White going out his way, trying to give Officer Tatum some information about them. Because let me tell you what they really trying to do, Thompson. They want us to go against the family. They want us to go against the family. They want us to look at the family like they some type of grifters and they after some money and they misplaced some money. That's their whole strategy. And the Austin brothers are the good boys. Are they really? Because I don't see no sportsmanship from these guys at all. I don't see impulse control like Jeff Metcalf is trying to make this to be. Because you're talking to a former athlete. I played sports my whole life. I have never felt like this about an opposite team. To the point where I have to go confront them and put my hands on them. It's never that serious. But you know what it is? It's serious to a group of boys that's racist. Because all you had to do was tell Karmelo, hey, bro, do you mind, going over there or something like that? Even though I know if you would have came to Karmelo with respect, I guarantee you he would have got up and left. Especially if you would have said, hey, guy, I'm finna talk with our team right now under our tent. Do you mind if you go over on the battle out right quick? Because we finna talk about the competition. Oh, sure, bro. No problem. All right, Eddie, I'm gonna holler at you, bro. But let's just run with the other narrative. Karmelo was being aggressive. No, I ain't going nowhere. No problem, bro. I'm going to go get my coach, have him remove you. We ain't got to fight about this, bro. We finna get ready to compete. It's all good. The coach come up there. Hey, Karmelo, you got to move away from the tent. We finna do our thing with our team and get us prepared for the meet. Karmelo going to get up and leave. Austin's still alive. Austin is still alive. I'm giving you the scenario, Megan, because you don't understand. I'm giving you the scenario, Hunter, Jeff, white America, because y'all don't understand. It could have went a whole different other way, but y'all people have hatred in y'all bones. So y'all have to come up with this false narrative and trying to paint Karmelo out to be somebody that he not. That boy had compassion for your brother, Hunter. Did you know that? Did you see the body cam footage, Hunter? Megan, Jeff. Why y'all want to attack the Anthony's family, because they raised their boy on compassion and morals and respect. Because he didn't go out in handcuffs like, man, fuck, I told that punk ass nigga not to touch me, man. I told him not to touch me, man. That's what he get. I told him not to touch me, man. You know what Karmelo did? He bust out in tears for your son, for your brother. He asked, was Austin okay? He wanted Austin to live. He didn't say, I hope that nigga die. He got what he deserved. I'm saying that he got what he deserved. Karmelo didn't say that. Karmelo had compassion for Austin. He warned Austin. He tried to de-escalate it by warning him. Bro, don't put your hands on me, dude. You don't have the right to touch me. Somebody in here trolling? Who in here trolling? Oh, okay. Bang, get you out of here. Get you out of here. Bam. Boom. You see how fast I get you out of here? Bang. You see how fast I get you out of here? Boom. You see how fast I get you out of here? Bang. And so I'm telling y'all trolls, come in here respectful, disagree. But as soon as I see the family at one of y'all, I ain't going to block you. So you got to blame them. Don't blame me. Don't blame me. Shout out to the Tory Experience for the $5 super chat. She said, these are some demons. They eat and drink from the same water they shit in. Historically speaking, they are not like us. Great breakdown, gentlemen. Den. Appreciate you, Tory Experience. Thank you so much, love. I appreciate the donations. This means a lot to me. $2 super chats from Daniel King. He said, my guy, you speaking straight facts. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that, the Tory Experience. I appreciate everybody that donated to the channel. It means a lot to me. You guys don't have to be there. I really appreciate that. But I'm just upset that they ruined our brother life, bro. I'm upset about that. That's why I'm angry. I'm angry because our brother had a bright future ahead of him. Karmelo could have been the next president. We don't know. He could have been the next CEO of a tech company. But y'all came with y'all vindictive motives and violent behavior and attacked our brother that was minding his business. But when black people tell y'all, and we give y'all, I just gave y'all a scenario how Austin could have still been breathing and not be watermelon fertilizer food. To all the trolls that's watching this, to all the students at that school, to all the young white males out there, this is a teaching lesson over here. You should subscribe to the channel. If you don't want to end up like Austin, you should subscribe to this channel. If you see a black person you don't know, because Hunter said, this a kid, I don't know him. Hey, what's up, bro? What's your name? I ain't never seen you before. Nice to meet you, bro. It could have ended there. If he didn't even want to go into details about nothing, it could have ended there. Okay, cool. And just finish talking to my twin brother, talking to my teammates. We chilling. We talking about the meet. We talking about the football season. We seniors. So we talking about the senior skip day, and you know, we laughing at the coach. We talking about the teachers, and we just talking about, you know, how life finna be outside of high school. That's what we did. So why Austin couldn't do that? Because you know why? Jeff Metcalf, Megan Metcalf. They raised those. Y'all are the reason why y'all child is not here. Y'all are to blame. And I hope you guys don't have a peaceful night. I hope those 21 children that lied on their stand, I pray you guys have a miserable life. Shout out to Mir 2831 for the $5 super chat. But Zimmerman, Rittenhouse, and Chow were standing their ground though. Make it make sense. Let me read that again. Appreciate you for the $5 super chat, bro. Or sis. But Zimmerman, Rittenhouse, Chow were standing their ground. Make it make sense. Let me answer that for you. You can't make no sense out of it. There's no sense. Because after George Zimmerman was told from dispatcher, hey, don't follow Trayvon Martin. Yeah, we got it. We got police on the way. Don't follow him. George Zimmerman said, fuck that. I'm following this kid. And after I confront this kid and he whooped my ass, I'm going to shoot him because y'all running around about proportionate. There wasn't proportionate that Karmelo stabbed over a shove. Zimmerman, after being told to not follow Karmelo and go home and mind his business, because it's just so hard for you guys to mind y'all business. I don't know. He got out his car and confronted our little brother, Trayvon. And after Trayvon put hands and feet on him, he shot him. A grown man shot a child. Coward. Cal Rittenhouse in court crying. And the judge and the people in that trial knew that he went over state line was with illegal weapons and premeditation, by the way. Rick Chow chased down a 14-year-old black kid that did not steal from his store. Once he's no longer on your property, what's the problem? He's gone. He's 130 yards away from your property. But the anti-black racism inside of Rick Chow and his son, they said, no, fuck that. We're going to leave our property and we're going to chase him a football field with the intent to unalive this boy. And he claims self-defense. And y'all talking about proportionate. This ain't proportionate. What's proportionate about you chasing somebody down and claiming self-defense? And the only witness in that trial was the son, which I believe the one that pulled the trigger, allegedly. Black people, you can't defend yourself in a court of law. And to these low IQ Neanderthal white people, they don't look at you as someone that have the right to defend themselves. The Metcalf brother felt entitled to put their hands on somebody. And they're still defending this. Yeah, bro, they yeah, they donated to, you right, 11. They donated to Zimmerman and bought the murder weapon. I synced the videos. I synced the picture. I wish I had it on me right now. My phone just went dead. These people are such evil people, family. They bought the murder weapon. It was an auction. You think I got sympathy for the Metcalf brothers? No. This is going to continue to happen until y'all leave black people alone. We don't want no problems, but we prepared for it. We don't want no violence, but we prepared for it. We peaceful people. As you can tell from our good brother Karmelo, he was sitting down, minding his business, wasn't bothering nobody. The people that was already at the event, they seen Karmelo. They didn't confront Karmelo. I wish the defense would have asked him, hey, was Karmelo bothering you when he was sitting under the tent minutes before the Austin and his brother showed up to bully him? No, he wasn't bothering me. He was just sitting there talking to Eddie. It was just a friendly conversation. It was cool. We were just talking. I would have asked every last 21 of those students that was there, was the presence of Karmelo Anthony bothering you? Shout out to Thompson again for the $5 super chat. He said Charleston White is literally causing harm to the Anthony's family. I just found out the dad lost his job and Gibson Go canceled the donation. Yeah, bro, I talked about that. That's what I'm saying. See, what they trying to do, Thompson, they trying to paint a narrative around the Anthony's family so we can't support them. And after that lawyer was paid, they canceled the Gibson Go. That's why they see, and a lot of black people is falling for this, Thompson. And that's why they tap dancing against Karmelo Anthony. They want you, me, and us in the chat to believe that the Anthony's family is buying mansions, they buying Escalades. Listen to the false narrative that they putting on this family. We talking about a group of people that have lying in their DNA. They are liars. They canceled the Gifts and Go. They took it off the platform because they don't want us supporting this family. But the Austin Metcalf, they got donations. See, what Jeff not talking about is the fundraiser that he got. They got hundreds of thousands of dollars. But they not talking about the money that they gave that white. Can somebody in the chat tell me that white lady name that was out there in New York and she called that 5-year-old autistic child the N-word with a hard ER, and they raised over $750,000 for that lady? These people donate to racism, but they worrying about what the fuck the Anthony's family doing with the money that we gave them. They don't give them no money. So why is y'all concerned with some money that y'all haven't even donated to them? We gave them money for their defense, for their child. We gave them money to take care of themselves. So I don't give a damn if they bought an Escalade or a mansion. That was the purpose for the money. Because y'all made it y'all duty to get that man fired from his job because he was taking care of his family. And y'all was threatening them people lives, so they had to move. And guess what, family? They got 3 other children they got to take care of. So you goddamn right we going to donate to their family and make sure they got transportation. They in a safe neighborhood. They got a house because they had to move out that county. So you goddamn right. We going to make sure that they have something to take care of themselves after seeing their child get railroaded in their court like that. And the family came out again the other day and said that they don't have no fundraisers open right now. So guys, all those fake ass GoFundMe's, I see them. That's them doing that. Do not donate your money because the family have came out and spoke already. Do not send your money to nobody or give your money to nobody. They have not made a GoFundMe or Gifts and Go yet. But once they make it, we gonna run them up. I can't wait to donate to this family. I can't wait to support my people. I can't wait to take care of the Anthony's family and making sure they living good, driving good. They get back on their feet. They become entrepreneurs. They become advocates to the community. I can't wait. Because y'all always pocket watching. Why y'all pocket watching black people? We not pocket watching y'all. Oh, yeah, Shiloh. Okay, that's her name. Okay, appreciate that, Thompson. Shiloh. Exactly. This lady raised 700. Appreciate that, Thompson. Shiloh raised 750,000 by calling a child the N-word. Are y'all asking her what she doing with that? Because she looked like she methed out, strung out on drugs. We know that money probably gone by now. Y'all gave that woman $1 million and y'all complaining about us supporting our own people to make sure that they good and they take care of their other 3 children. Because Karmelo Anthony is not their other The only child that they have. They have 3 other babies. And once they come out with their gifts and GoFundMe, I am going to donate to them and I'm going to gloat about it. I am going to make you mad. Black people is going to make you mad because we are going to run up the numbers for this family to make sure that they are taken care of. Make sure that they have a legal defense, because it's going to cost money to get a retrial and fight this corrupt justice system. But black people is not like, I wonder what Shiloh is doing with that $750,000. See, y'all didn't give her any money for anything productive. Look how degenerate that child is. Y'all didn't give her nothing for nothing. Y'all didn't give her money for anything productive. Y'all gave her money for racism. Are y'all asking where y'all donation money going to? We're not turning on the Anthony's family. Can y'all just give it up? Give that shit up. But family, I'm finna get up out of here. It was a good show. We still got work to do. We still got work to do. We still have to continue to expose this corrupt system, this injustice of our good brother Karmelo. And I pray that the Metcalf family have a life of misery. I pray that those 21 children that was on the stand that lied about Karmelo have a life of misery. And I hope that Austin Metcalf rest in peace right next to Charlie Kirk. Because all of this is because of Austin and Hunter behavior. Our brother Karmelo is supposed to be getting ready for the fall and go to college and get an education and represent his family in the right way. But the racism of white America and the Metcalf brother ruined that opportunity for him. And all he wanted to do was show up to a track event and compete and go home. But instead he got a 35-year conviction, a 35-year sentence. So we got work to do. Judge Roach, you're not getting away with this. You're not.